All right, family, let's get one thing clear from the jump. This is what it looks like when Caitlin Clark is fully unleashed. No shackles, no restrictions, no nonsense, just basketball. Fast, aggressive, surgical basketball. Indiana Fever didn't just win the game, they detonated the Dallas Wings. And when I say detonated, I mean Dallas got cooked. This was a Caitlin Clark masterclass in offense control. And the best part, everybody on the team got to eat. This is the version of the Fever we all been waiting to see. And man, they did not disappoint. Final score was the Fever 102, Wings 83. And that score doesn't even tell the full story. Because at halftime, let me just say this slowly for the people in the back. 64-42 in the first half, right? And I don't know what was happening in the Dallas Wings locker room, but I'm guessing a few fire alarms were going off, defensive fire drills, um, especially when it comes to existential panic because they had no answers for what Indiana was doing. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark because what she did in this game was nothing short of elite. 14 points, 13 assists, 5 steals, 3 rebounds, and a block, and probably a partridge in a damn near pear tree, right? But stats aside, she now holds, as you guys can see on the screen, the fifth most double doubles with points and assists in WNBA history. Let me put that in perspective. She's in her second year, still fresh. I'll say second year of the WNBA, still a rookie. Missed 10 games and she's already top 5, and that's absurd. And while we're stacking records, she's now the fastest player in WNBA history to hit 200 points and 100 assists in a single season, right? So people like Jeff T talking trash, talking about people got it figured out, and Enrique feeling like, oh, we don't even got to focus on Caitlin Clark because Eric McDonald is the pest. Well, you better think again because Caitlin Clark was in the building, baby. She was in the building. And when I mean in the building, in the building. So, and also, this is my point when I said about the 200-point record. As you guys can see on the screen, I ain't making this up. I got the receipts. And then we go on to this one, right? And again, she missed 10 games. Wrap that around your head. Wrap that around your head for a second. Now, in the first half alone, Caitlin Clark had 10.7 assists, 3 steals, and a block. But beyond the stat sheet, it's the way she moved. She was out there like a quarterback with a flamethrower of an arm and fast break dime down the floor to Sophia Cunningham. Perfect touchdown pass. I want you guys to see that. I will mute the audio due to copyright purposes,
because of her
but
ability
you
to make
guys have to check this out. Let me run it back. Look at this, man. You're blocking shots out here, man. Get that out of here, man. You a little dog. Football passes all the way down the court. She looking like the female LeBron throwing them things, man, like a flamethrower. Can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Let's go. Let's go. Instant replay. Beautiful, man. Simple, beautiful, phenomenal. That's what it's about. That's a true leader. That's a quarterback in his prime. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat that. Are we talking about the female Tom Brady in the WNBA too? Look, we got the female Steph Curry. We got the female LeBron James throwing football passes like she throwing it to Dwayne Wade when LeBron was on the Miami Heat. And we got the damn near Tom Brady in his prime on the Patriots, baby. You can't make this up. She 3-1 from 3 different, well, yeah, well, 2 different leagues. Put it like that. I was about to say 3 different leagues, but no, 2 different leagues because we talking about basketball and football metaphorically, if you get what I'm saying. But if you want to put it more in perspective, then you got Caitlin hitting defenders with the Jordan fadeaway. And yes, I said Jordan. She hit that classic back down pivot fade bucket. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. You gotta see it. Why can't you see it? Why shouldn't you see it? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna pull out all the clips. But it's phenomenal in itself. So she look pushed off. She cut a little bit, spin off. Mm. Come on, man. Get about the way, man. You a little chump. You a little squirrel. You know what I'm saying? You a little squirrely. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead somewhere with yourself. Then the mid range. Oh my goodness, looking like Dirk Nowitzki around here. Come on, man. Dirk Nowitzki in his prime with the Dallas Mavericks, baby. Can't stop that. Or Paul Pierce in his prime. You know what I'm saying? You can't make this up. Them fadeaways, but that was a Jordan fadeaway too. We could put it all together. So here's, and I want to get to the stats, right? So here's what happens when you let Caitlin cook. Everybody else eats. Everybody feasts. Natasha Howard, man, y'all see it. 18 points. She 8 for 9. She finally figured it out. She gave the ball to Caitlin, and you get fed. That simple. Aaliyah Boston, 17 points. She get chemistry with Clark in that two-man game. Smooth picks and rolls, inside finishes. Kelsey Mitchell, 20 points. Sharp shooting. Killer off the catch. We already know how she is. Sophia Cunningham, 13 points, 5 boards, and one big I'm arriving type of energy. I love to see it. And even got Lexi Hard in the mix with a nasty step back triple that had the Wings defenders frozen in place. You know what I'm saying? And this was a buffet. Every Fever starter got to take home leftovers, baby. You know it's a good cookout when you get able to take home leftovers after the food was banging. So this is what happens when you let Caitlin Clark run the offense. No holding her back, no weird substitutions. No yanking her off the floor when she's cooking. Let her play her game fast, smart, aggressive. And when that happens, the Fever dictate everything. And they control the tempo. They move the ball in every possession, looked intentional. And it's not just flair, it's surgical basketball, baby. You can't teach vision like hers. You can't coach those cross court lasers. She's not just a scorer, she's a distributor, a floor general, and now a defensive pest too. 5 steals. You kidding me? Let's not also forget, right? This is a player who's still working her way back from an injury. Missed 10 games, had to recover, had to recondition. But the legs are back, the bounce is back, the court speed is back. She looked faster, more decisive. And when that conditioning comes back to full tilt, oh boy, it's the problem for the rest of the league, baby. So look, what's next? They got a back-to-back this week. First, you got the Connecticut Sun in Boston. Yeah, they moved the game because the ticket demand is so insane. Then the New York Liberty, another title contender. And let's be real, if the Fever keep playing like this, they're not just competing, they're contending. Also, no official word yet on whether Caitlin Clark's doing the three-point contest or the skills challenge at the All-Star break. Personally, I love to see it, but I get it if she sits out. That injury and recovery time matters. Don't risk it all for the clout. And simply, it always come to find out, family. Have y'all ever realized that when Caitlin Clark is doing phenomenal things and she reaches some type of adversity, she's always in a back-to-back situation? Like even when she came from the NCAA and came right into the league, no breaks in between, going right into the league, full throttle as a rookie, her first season last year in the WNBA. And now, you know, the only time she had a break within that, that Team USA break, right? The All-Star break. That's the break she finally got the rest. But y'all ever realize that her being the phenomenal player she is and the queen of the league, she reaches that adversity at peak. And she's been reaching it since she got in this league, and it's been making her better. No matter how much adversity she gets, she's still phenomenal, baby. And that tells you that heavy the head that wears the crown, and she doing just that. So, look, hey, if she's not participating, they better put her on that mic for commentary at least. Get her in front of that camera. The fans want it. The league needs it. And bottom line, when you hand Caitlin Clark the keys and say go, she turns the Fever into a machine. And this is the kind of basketball people pay to see. Run, gun, pass, dime, steal, bucket, repeat. And if this is what the second half of the season is going to look like, we might be staring a playoff run that we didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to basketball, we all know you never know what you're going to get. As fast as you think you know something, as fast as things turn around. All I'm saying is this ain't the same Fever team from the start of the season. This team looks like a problem, a real one. And it's amazing, man, because nobody wants a team that's still been operating the way they've been operating in the beginning of the season, going through the season and not having no type of change, right? So that means they are taking heed of their own mistakes. And also iron sharpens iron. They're sharpening each other as a team. They're fixing their chemistry, to get in sync as much as possible to be effective and phenomenal as they are. And that's amazing because nobody want to support a team that's staying stuck in their old ways. That's like you dating a girlfriend or a boyfriend, right? They stuck in their own ways and they got their mind made up and you trying to grow with them. But at the end of the day, they're gonna hold you back because they not trying to realize mentally they need to change something to become better. And this team, obviously, you can see wants to become better. Yeah, they had some setbacks when it came to DeWanna Bonner and all that, but they shook that off and look at them. Phenomenal. And let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Did we just witness the Fever figuring it out? Or is this the beginning of Caitlin Clark's takeover part 2? And if y'all rocking with this content, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn your post notifications on. We keeping it raw, real, all gas, no breaks. Also, check out um all of my other Caitlin Clark. Check out my recent video when it came to Jeff Teague and his remarks about her being a one-trick pony. On that note, family, let the love supersede the hate. Spread that peace, love, and positivity. Catch you in the next one. Peace.